We are cheersing to more crazy exes, like the craziest, because these stories, some of the people should belong in jail. So I'm gonna put a trigger warning out there because I truly don't know how serious this content is going to be, but given the title of it, I feel like some of the stories might be more serious, you know? So I'm just put that out there just in case, because this could bring up some really traumatic memories for some people. But hopefully it's not too serious, because I want to laugh a little bit, you know? I still want to be happy as I sit here and watch so many true crime documentaries every single day of my life. Make it make sense, Joce. Cheers. Hope you're having a good day. I meant that. That came off like I didn't mean it. I hope you're having a good day. She tried to cut my beard off, and when I resisted, the next option was to castrate me. Well, I'm happy I put a trigger warning because we're starting off light with a little castration. I was 21, she was 24, and had a boy about 2 years old. She was basically normal. Okay, basically normal. I'm basically normal.
Sure, Jan.
Had a good job, took care of the kid, okay. She was kind of a dim bulb though, not very bright. Wow, this is me, but without the kid. I was bored in the relationship and really didn't want to become stepdad to the kid, so I ended it. At least you're honest. No prob. Run into her a month or so later at a bar, and we end up going back to her place for a night of sex. Naughty naughty. Next morning, she makes coffee and breakfast. I go to school, she goes to work. I get incredibly sick on the way to school, throw up multiple times, make it to school still puking, find the nurse/medical office, and vaguely recall being loaded into an ambulance. Oh my God, she poisoned you. I came to at the hospital. A doctor tells me I OD'd on an enormous amount of, I think I could say that, and had about 5 minutes left to live before they figured it out. Oh, by the way, there are some federal agents here to talk to you. Turns out she had planned this whole thing and decided that if she couldn't have me, no one could. She went to jail. She actually went to jail, but got a reduced sentence for turning on the family member that was making and distributing the substance. Y'all, that ain't even funny. That ain't even funny. It started off like lighthearted and a little silly, and then I'm like, whoa. And I'm happy I got the update, because I was like, yo, you definitely pressed charges for attempted murder. I'm happy she went to jail. Not happy about the reduced sentence, but no more ex-sex, okay? This is a story about my brother's ex-wife. She did many terrible things during their marriage, including instigating a fight with him over the phone, recording him getting mad, and then reporting him to the local authorities. At the end of the marriage, she stopped making payments on their house, and eventually it was repossessed. They finally got divorced, but what she did next was the worst of all. We were all shocked to learn that she began dating our younger brother. They lasted for 2 years, and we found out she would have secret dates at my mom's house. Our brother told us after they broke up that she began giving him attention as young as 16 years old. Wait, what? Our whole family is disgusted with her, but also your brother, right? Like, we're also disgusted with your younger brother because she began dating your younger brother. How old was your brother when they dated? I need more context, but like, also your brother dated your ex-wife. So, but if she was like flirty with him when he was, like, we didn't even get into that. That's illegal and also a policy on YouTube. So my ex and I stayed friendly after our breakup. Oh, well, good for you. He started dating someone new. After he introduced us, he asked me what I thought of her. I had a bad feeling about this girl and told him that he should be careful. The more I got to know her, the more I just had this sense that she's bad news. He laughed it off, trying to say I was just saying that because I still had feelings for him. I didn't. No, sometimes our gut is right. A few years later, he needs representation because she destroyed his business, his family, stalked and harassed him, and even had him under investigation by the FBI. Took him a couple of years to clean up the whole mess. I totally said, I told you so. Oh, that's rough. That's rough, because sometimes we have a gut feeling about someone our friends begin to date and we're like, I don't think this is it, man. I don't think this is the person. I don't think they're good for you. I'm getting a gut feeling. I'm picking up some red flags, but you can't convince them sometimes and you can't control who you love. So they're like, nah, I gotta learn this lesson on my own. My now ex-girlfriend had recently moved due to getting a new job. I was still going to college and we were trying out the long distance thing. She was visiting for a weekend and we decided to fool around in my room. Afterwards, she went up. I love how I'm like a child. I'm like, ooh, like K-I-S-S-I-N-G. Like, girl, grow up. Afterwards, she went to the bathroom to clean herself up. That's when I got a surprising and unexpected phone call. It was a guy who knew my name. He started yelling at me, demanding to know if I'd been with his new girlfriend. It turned out we were dating the same girl. Of course, I confronted her. She started screaming and crying, accusing me of cheating, so I turned away from her and told her to get out of my house. That's when things went downhill. She roared like she was possessed. I'm just picturing like that scene in The Exorcist, like something like that. Grabbed a cell phone charger and whipped me in the back with it. Before I could turn around, she jumped on my back and wrapped it around my neck. I was just flabbergasted. Since I am 5'10", 170-pound male, and she was approximately 5 feet tall and 100 pounds, I just picked her up and calmly tossed her out of my room. Like, you go over here and shut the door. Bruh, she literally tried to kill you. Had she been stronger and bigger than you, she could have been successful. Walked miles in the snow to my house, tapped on my bedroom window for an hour until I acknowledged him. I turned him away. In the morning, I heard rustling in my closet upon waking up. The little effer snuck into my house somehow and was hiding in my closet. I threatened to call the cops, so he left. Weeks later, he emailed me pictures of me sleeping from that night. Ew! I still have nightmares about finding him in a closet. That's terrifying. That is so like, creepy. And I know like you're sleeping, but like I would just feel so violated. The idea of someone watching you sleep is so creepy. And I get it's like, oh, well, they're just sleeping. Ain't that creepy? Like, am I the only one who's like that's freaky, man. My ex planted a dog camera facing my bed before leaving. What is with people and watching people sleep? Oh, they were probably trying to see if you were gonna knock the boots off of somebody. You know what I mean? It took me a week to realize she had put it there. She also rented the apartment directly beside mine and would monitor who was coming in and out of my place. That's exactly why she put the camera there. I was correct. She would then text my friends to see if we were doing anything. They could see her perched on her window watching who was approaching while they were walking up to my apartment. That would be the most miserable thing ever. Also, with the dog camera, like, would you really want to see if he brought a girl home? You really want to watch that footage? Because that sounds like a nightmare to me. I don't even want to picture it, let alone watch it. She cut out my head from yearbooks and put them on corkboards on her headboard. I found out because one of her friends told me, so I wanted to see for myself. She was working during the day and I was close with her brother, who let me in when I said I need to grab something from her bedroom. I walked in and sure enough, my head on a bunch of muscular bodies that weren't mine. I broke up with her the next day after seeing the Hey Arnold-esque shrine. Following the breakup, she would drive on my street and stop and wait outside and see if my light was on. It wasn't, mainly because I knew she would do that. Then she would call me and leave voicemails of her breathing rather heavily. Why? Do we think like that this is a turn on, this type of behavior? Do we think that this is what's gonna get us a guy? No. Normal is sexy. Painted my name all over his bedroom, bathroom, and lounge room. Proposed and then photoshopped us into wedding pictures, sent invites to all of his family, mine and my friends, got an ultrasound photo online and tried to announce to Facebook that we were expecting a baby, shaved, okay, this is so much to take in, shaved our initials into his cat and left hundreds of love letters taped to my car. He went on one double date with friends. I thought y'all were gonna say you were dating for like 5 years. I was just being a good sport, noped out when he proposed when my food came. This wasn't a we dated for months and then his crazy came out. This was we met an hour ago. Why are you proposing to me? Crazy. Like thinking back to everything in there, just knowing that they went on one double date with friends, not even a date, like a hangout. Shaved our initials into his cat. Even if Matt did that now, 4 years into our relationship, I'd be like, bruh, you all good in there? You struggling? Do we need to see someone? Like, what the? That's a little weird. Ain't no way he could propose tomorrow. I'm not putting our initials in Lila's fur. Mine emailed me last night, over a year after our breakup and 1 day after his heartfelt apology. Okay. The email said, in my dreams, I see myself spitting in your face and crushing your esophagus with my bare hands. Lovely. Yup. Jail time. Restraining order. A year after our breakup and 1 day after his heartfelt apology. Well, he probably gave you a heartfelt apology, didn't get the response he was hoping for, and then sent you this. I would not take something like that lightly. Absolutely not. I've watched way too many true crime documentaries. Like, I'm pretty sure Jeffrey Dahmer said the same thing. I dated this guy my junior year of high school and he was really obsessive. Never wanted me to hang out with any of my friends. Always wanted to go through my phone and got mad when the screensaver on my phone wasn't a picture of us. One time we had an argument at his house and I was just not interested in him anymore at that point and wasn't sticking around for the argument and was leaving when he ran out of his house to my car and jumped into the passenger seat and started crying and refused to get out of my car until we had talked about things. We broke up soon after and he started telling people that I was an atheist, a hooer, and even made a Twitter so he could stalk me and also harass me. I'd been in a serious accident where a motorcycle was involved and the man that was driving the motorcycle didn't survive. I'm so sorry to everybody. And he went as far as to make hateful comments about that as well, which is a effing low blow. This is why I make sure I'm friends with someone for a while before I start dating them. Gotta make sure they aren't effing crazy. Legit, you guys. You gotta give stuff time. People are on their best behavior when you first start dating. You gotta give it time. You gotta see who they are. You gotta see how they live, how they treat others, what is their lifestyle like. And you wanna see what they're like after a few years even, because people change, things happen in life that could affect them, their personality, their mental health. Like people are rushing everything these days. I get asked all the time, I'm 4 years in, like, why aren't you engaged yet? Oh my God, you're 30. Like, I'm gonna be 32 this year. It's like, bruh, what's the rush? I'm in this for life. Like, if I'm in it for life, what's the difference? Although, I'm so excited for when it happens. I suspect she was crazy long before I knew her, but I realized she was an effing sociopath when she asked me to euthanize my dog because she was taking up too much of our time. That would be it for me. I had to pull to the side of the road to finish the conversation because I started shaking uncontrollably after those words sunk in. Yeah, that's a different kind of crazy. She's jealous of the dog. Imagine how she's gonna feel about any other human that goes around you. All right, y'all. I have seen in the comments some of y'all's crazy ex stories, and I do think I wanna start using some of your stories as content in my videos because they're real life stories and I think that would be so crazy to dive into some of that. So let me know if that's what you guys want to see because I will do it. I will do it. All right? I'll keep you anonymous. I won't even show. We don't need to put name of who wrote it. It'd be fun though. I'm out of here, you guys. Stay classy out there, stay sassy, and stay freaking safe, okay?